You don't know the power of the dark side.
Broadcasting live from 38 Studios in Providence, this is the Go Ask Mickey podcast, helping you with the tips, tricks, and the tools needed to save you time and money on your next Disney vacation. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them to goaskmickey@gmail.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of the Go Ask Mickey podcast. My name is Jerry from cost&nbsp.com, and on this week's episode, we discuss some Disney news as well as the Walt Disney World's dessert parties, and are they worth it? Joining me in the studio today is the great Fast Eddie. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or if you want a question answered on the show, send them on over to goaskmickey.com.
Okay, here's the deal. You don't tell anyone how you got in, and we'll tell the gatekeepers below to disable the force field and let you in. Do we have a deal? I felt more emotion from a decommissioned droid. He said, do we have a deal?
You're listening to the Go Ask Mickey podcast.
All right, here we go. This week in the world, there's a lot of news going on. So we want to get right to it. So let's head on over and see what's going on in the world. Now, this week in the world is Walt Disney World has a new restaurant to be announced for the Disney Yacht Club, and some changes coming to Disney Springs, as well as a big discount offered to guests who want to go to Walt Disney World this summer. And if you haven't bought your tickets yet, there is a huge discount. Okay, discounted Magic tickets offer returns for the rest of the summer. Now, last year they offered this to annual pass holders, and now it's offered to the public. It hasn't been offered every year, but when attendance starts to dip, one of the first deals Disney offers is the 4-park Magic ticket. Now, this allows guests to enjoy deeply discounted admission into one park per day for 4 separate days. However, instead of only being available for Florida residents, Disney has extended this deal out in 2017 to all the guests for the remainder of the summer. Now, to me, this says that attendance is down. That's in my eyes. These special discounted tickets cost $79 per day for adults, which is a significant savings over the usual $115 per day. So that's a huge discount. Total ticket price is $316 per adult and $296 per child, plus tax. So, if you're interested guests can purchase these tickets online until the end of the month on July 30th. So if you're planning on going this summer, these tickets are only available until July 30th. Now, of course, with all the discounted offers, there are some restrictions on these tickets. First off, they are only valid for admission until the end of the summer on September 30th. So from July 30th to September 30th, you have to, if you're going from now until September 30th, you can order these tickets before July 30th. After that, you're screwed. So guests who purchase them will also need to use all of their 4-park days, 14 days, from the first time they use them, or by September 30th, whichever comes first. Now, while these tickets permit re-entry to the same park per day, they cannot be used to park hop. Though Disney just introduced these tickets to the public, you have until July 30th. So take advantage of this if you're going in the summer, because that is a huge discount. From $115 to $80 for an adult. That's a big discount. So things must be really slow in the park. We will be right back after this. All right, we are back, and this story is a little weird. Back in the end of June, beginning of July, a man was arrested after selling fraudulent Disney World tickets to a family. A man was arrested Tuesday on accusations he sold more than a dozen fraudulent Walt Disney World tickets to a family of tourists, according to the Volusia County Sheriff's Office. Brendan Bullerin, posted the tickets for sale on Craigslist, deputies said. A woman from Tampa who is going to the theme park with her family reached out to him on June 18th, wanting to buy 13 tickets, an arrest affidavit said. She met with Bullerin at his grandparents' home in Deltona, where she bought the tickets for a total of $1,000. It's a deal and a half, right? 13 tickets? 13 tickets for $1,000. Now, when the woman and her family went to the park, Disney employees told her the tickets were expired. The woman called the authorities, and Bullerin was faced charges of grand theft and possession of a fraudulent admission ticket. I don't know what that one means. Grand theft, yes, but possession of a fraudulent admission ticket. Basically, Craigslist, really? If you're gonna buy tickets, this is just, I don't know, weird thinking, but if you're gonna buy tickets from anyone from Walt Disney World or for Walt Disney World tickets, please, simple, don't buy them from Craigslist. Think before you do any of that. Really, I mean, even eBay. You would think somebody from eBay, because eBay is more reputable than Craigslist. But, Craigslist, really? I mean, I don't know what this lady was thinking, but yeah, I mean, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. $1,000 for 13 tickets? Really? I mean, did you think you were getting a real good deal? I don't know. So maybe, hopefully she got her money back, but really, common sense would say, don't buy tickets from a guy on a street corner or Craigslist or whatever. Simple. All right, on to the next story. This is a quick little story I found about the Tron Life Cycle Power Run coming to Tomorrowland. Now, according to rumors saying that the Tron Life Cycle Power Run opened with Shanghai Disneyland in 2016, and the attraction is now rumored to be added to Tomorrowland, which is been a rumor for a while, but it's coming even one step closer. Alternate proposals have the attraction being built behind north of the existing Tomorrowland Speedway in favor of an outright replacement to the Speedway. So I think they're going to build behind it and then eliminate the Speedway. They'll probably add more stuff in there. Now, the Speedway is a huge section, so that's a lot of territory right there. let's see. Rumored. No, it's been rumored. The attraction will not be replacing the Speedway, but will be behind it, and the explanation will be revealed at the D23 Expo. Now, being that today is what, the 10th? Yes. July 10th being today, the Expo is coming this weekend, and we will have more word on this coming this weekend, because it seems like a really decent rumor coming as far as the Tron life cycle to come to Disney, which would be awesome, because I've seen the videos of this and it really looks awesome. So, alright, with that being said, on to the next one. Now, this is a huge story, and I didn't do it last week because there was so much going on last week. So this week, I want to get to it, and Disney has announced a huge change to the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, this has been a big controversy. I've been watching it all week, and there is no denying that Pirates of the Caribbean is an iconic attraction. The Disneyland version in particular, which is the original, has held a special place in the hearts of fans thanks to the historical relevance and the unique story. Now, however, over the past few years, both Disneyland and Walt Disney World versions of this attraction has been subject to periodic updates, mainly to tie the attraction to the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise. And though these additions do make certain sense, they weren't exactly a popular change, as nostalgia for the original version of this attraction runs very high among Disney fans. However, now it has been announced that yet another change is coming very soon to the Pirates. And this one has nothing to do with any of the films, at least directly to any of the films. One of the most iconic lines in the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, aside from Dead Men Tell No Tales, occurs near the Take a Wench for a Bride scene, where some excited pirates shout, "We want the redhead," as a beautifully costumed lady, presumably for sale, poses in the foreground, meaning they were selling the women. They're all tied up and they're all for sale. Though the scene is iconic enough to have inspired pins, shirts, and countless additional merchandise over the years, Disney has made a rather strange decision about this part of the ride. They will be removing it entirely from Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney World, and Disneyland versions of this attraction. So instead of changing it, they're going to remove it. Now, instead of the bride auction scene, guests will see the same characters but in different roles. Instead of selling off wenches, guests will see pirates transporting stolen goods, with the infamous redhead now becoming a pirate herself, complete with her own gun, and assisting with taking of the items from the townsfolk. Yeah, that's much better. Interestingly, the first people to see this new scene will be those in Disneyland Paris, which will be reopening its version of the Pirates of the Caribbean after an extensive refurb that will conclude next month on July 24th. So coming soon. So hopefully check YouTube for those videos popping up all over the place around the 25th. While no exact date was given for the changes at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, it looks like Pirates of the Caribbean will go down for refurbishment at both these parks sometime next year. And when they reopen after a few weeks with this new and improved scene, yes, it's so much better. This is certainly an unexpected change, and it's dismaying to many who enjoy the original version of this attraction. So the question becomes, why is Disney making this change? Now you can go online and you can use your own judgment for this. You don't even have to go online. It's this is what they're doing. Disney is trying to clean up, quote unquote, the park rides for the new the 50th anniversary. So I don't know. It is what it is. There's big petitions going around on this particular, ride, and people want to keep it, to take away, take a wench for a bride and add in the redhead with the gun stealing from people. I don't know if that's better. I don't know. What do you think? We will see. I mean, let me know what you think over at goasmickey.com, and send me a shout out on Twitter at goasmickey1, and let me know what you think about this change that Disney is putting into effect. All right, well, that all is the news going on in the world, and we will be right back after this to talk about the Walt Disney World dessert parties and if they are worth it. So we will be right back after this.
We'd be out searching for that treasure, sailing the 7 seas on a 5-year mission, boldly going where no man has gone before. Say, that's catchy.
All right, we are back. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of things going on. And this week we are discussing, which is a decent, Disney has a way of upselling or adding these quote-unquote add-ons to your tickets and these little parties. And this is about how do Disney World's dessert parties work, and are they worth it? Now, there's a lot of stuff with these parties. There's currently, I believe, there are 7. One of them is going away next week, and we'll get into that in a minute. But there is a trend at Walt Disney World over the past couple of years that has been to offer the quote-unquote premium experience, meaning we want money, for visitors looking for a special way to take part of some of their favorite Disney activities. I don't know how a dessert party is a favorite activity. Whatever. For example, Disney currently has a range of Disney dessert parties, providing visitors with an opportunity to enjoy some sweet treats, hot, cold, or alcoholic beverages, and VIP areas offering memorable views of the evening fireworks display or afternoon parade. Now, however, if you're new to the Disney planning game, you may be wondering whether or not this represents a good value for money, or which experience might be the best fit for your family. Now here, I'll give you all the details about what you need to know about these parties and what are available. Now, Disney currently has 7 dessert parties. 6 of these are offered during evening fireworks and displays across the various theme parks, and 1 is offered during Magic Kingdom's Festival of Fantasy Parade during the day. So here's a rundown of each one. The fireworks dessert party at Tomorrowland Terrace. Now this one and the other fireworks at Magic Kingdom can get confusing. People confuse these two a lot. So this one is held at Tomorrowland Terrace Restaurant. This dessert party offers a delicious array of goodies, including character-themed cupcakes, ice cream, chocolate mousse, chocolate-dipped strawberries, and guests can also choose from a range of hot-cold beverages like cider, hot chocolate, teas, coffees, and lemonade. This party starts 60 minutes, so 1 hour before the fireworks display. So consult the time guides for any updates that you're going to find. So depending on what time the fireworks start, the party will be starting an hour before that. So guests will be escorted, right before the fireworks start. The guests will be escorted to a seating area at Tomorrowland Terrace to enjoy Wishes, as well as Once Upon a Time projection show on Cinderella's castle. So my correction right there, it's not Wishes anymore, it's Happily Ever After. So, but you go from where you are eating your desserts, and they will take you over to another section, and you will watch the fireworks show from there. The cost to attend the party is $79 per adult and $47 per child, ages 3 to 9. So 3 to 9 is $50. That's a lot. A valid park ticket is required to attend. So reservations can be made up to 180 days before your vacation, and I recommend booking as early as possible, because the earlier you book, the better table you're going to get when you book. So if you're booking 180 days, right at the second, you're going to get one of those best tables that are right up front while you can sit and eat your cupcake. Now, this other fireworks dessert party at the Plaza Garden, is at Magic Kingdom. Now, these get confused with the Tomorrowland Terrace. There is a lot of confusion when it comes to choosing between this event and the dessert party. So let me clear it up for you. This party is essentially the same as the Tomorrowland Terrace dessert party, with only one difference. Instead of sitting on the patio at Tomorrowland Terrace to watch Wishes, guests are escorted to a VIP section located in Plaza Garden for standing room only views of the fireworks. This is a better option for those wanting to save a bit of cash, as it costs $59 per adult and $35 per child. Now, it is recommended that guests booked into this version of the dessert party arrive 75 minutes before the fireworks start. So valid park admission is again required, and advanced reservations are strongly recommended. So it's a little cheaper, and I'll tell you why. Because you basically get the same thing. You get the same desserts, you get all the same stuff. But at the Tomorrowland Terrace, you stay up there and you get a dead-on view of the castle. Pretty much when you go on the Plaza Garden viewing area, they take you down to the garden viewing, or the grass area, and it's kind of like a sideways view. You're not directly onto it, and because of they're using Happily Ever After is using a lot more videos on the castle projection shows or whatever, you're going to get a better view from the Tomorrowland Terrace than you would a little off to the right at the Plaza Garden view. So that's the difference between those two. And I don't know, to me, with the difference between those two, you get the same food, you get the same everything, you just get a little better view. Now you have to stand in the other one. Now they used to have this part where the Plaza Garden fireworks was, and it's basically on the grass. They seal it off, and they used to do fast passes in this area, and I thought it was a good area to be in. But that was for Wishes. I haven't been there. I haven't done this party. There's a lot of mixed reviews on both of these, whether it's worth it or not. Disney, for some reason, decides that they want to take away certain areas for people to see for free and charge money for these things. You don't have to buy them. There's no reason for that. But they're just limiting where you can see these fireworks for free. So, to me, that's not good in my eyes to have somebody take that away. If you're going to do something, add somewhere else. That was never an option, but to take away little pieces and charge for that is, that's money grab to me. All right, now the next one is the Pirates and Pals Fireworks Voyage. Now this fireworks is a cruise/dessert party, and it's definitely for the kids. It has kid appeal, and your evening starts at Disney's Contemporary Resort, where guests are treated to a hidden cache of pirate goodies, including cake, ice cream, candy, hot and cold beverages, before meeting your host, which is Captain Hook and Mr. Smee. Guests are then escorted through the Contemporary as part of a pirate parade and down to the docks, where you board a boat that takes you to the Seven Seas Lagoon for an evening filled with games, sea shanties, and breathtaking views of Wish's fireworks / happily ever after. Guests then return to dry land, where a very special treat awaits. I don't want to give it away, so just there's a little special something at the end. The cruise costs $72 for adults and $43 per child. Now, because you don't need a theme park ticket, this puts this... if you really want to see the fireworks show, and you have kids that really want a fireworks show, you're kind of getting everything in one. I think $72 is way too much for basically a boat ride where they take you out and bring you back. Also with this, the guests are advised to check in 1 hour before the fireworks. It should check in with the Disney for updates, because things can always change. You can order this one in advance as well. So if you do not have a park ticket and you're doing stuff at Disney Springs or wherever, and you have young kids, I would not suggest this for adults, because there's going to be kids screaming and yelling all around you. This is definitely for the kids, and you don't need a ticket in the park to do this. So, it happened the last time I was there at Walt Disney World. We had our schedule all planned out, and for some reason we just weren't able to get over to Magic Kingdom because of the Halloween parties, and we wanted to watch a regular Wishes instead of the Boo to You and the Hallowishes stuff that was going on. We wanted a regular Wishes, and we weren't going to be in the park that day. So this was actually on the list to pick, and we just didn't end up pulling the trigger on this one. But it was definitely an option. And well, for $72, I think for $50 for an adult and say $30 for a kid, yeah, I think it would be worth it. But I don't know. Just for, you're paying for your kid to go on a boat ride, to have some desserts, a cupcake for a kid who's, say, 6 years old. You have one of those big cupcakes, you're full, you're done. You can't possibly shove more in there. So you just paid $43 for a cupcake to go out on a boat, watch fireworks, and then go back. I don't know. To me, that just doesn't seem like it's a good deal. But some people like that. So there's that one, and then there's the Tiana's Riverboat Party, which is an ice cream social and a viewing party as well. One of the newest Disney parties on offer. This event takes place midday and features unique views of the Festival of Fantasy Parade aboard the Liberty Bell steamboat. Now, guests start their afternoon with an ice cream social on the dock and located next to the Haunted Mansion at Liberty Square. Visitors can make their own sundaes, enjoy cakes and soft drinks, while rubbing shoulders with Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen. So Tiana and Naveen bid goodbye to guests as they are in the parade, and then visitors board the Liberty Bell, which sails out a bit toward Frontierland so they can enjoy a viewing of the Festival of Fantasy Parade. Now, while you're on board, guests continue to enjoy popcorn, ice cream, and the refreshments. When the parade is over, Princess Tiana and Naveen board again to spend time with the party guests who are taking on a magical boat ride. So it seems like a longer party. So this might be a good one for, especially with little kids. This even is a must-do for Princess and the Frog lovers, though. If you're desperate for the best views of the afternoon parade, your best option is to get a spot curbside. You're not going to get a good view from the boat. So the cost to attend Tiana's party is $49 per adult and $29 per child. This is more like it. The party starts at 45 minutes before a Festival Fantasy Parade, and advance booking is encouraged. Now, you do need a valid park ticket to do this one. So this is the only downfall with this is it's during the day, right at night. I believe it's 2 o'clock now because they changed the Festival of Fantasy to 2 o'clock. So, it's during the day, it's hot, especially summertime. It'll be nice to get out on the water and do the thing, do the boat ride and all that. So this isn't a bad option with kids. So it's just, it's a better price, $49 per adult and $30 per child. So you get there 45 minutes beforehand. You eat your ice cream, you do your stuff, you meet the guests. So you're actually getting a meet and greet with this. You then jump on a boat ride. You come back with the boat ride. Then they jump back on with a meet and greet. And then they take you around again. And the whole time you get to eat and do all that and eat and drink, which is great. Now, there is no alcohol at this, which I definitely would do it. But, it seems like a longer experience, shall I say, than the others. So, with the others you get an hour before. The other one was 75 minutes before, so that's not bad. So you're looking at an hour and 15, maybe an hour and a half. This one could be close to an hour and a half for a lot cheaper price. So that's definitely on the list. And we will be right back after this with the rest of the dessert parties at Walt Disney World, and if they are worth it. We'll be right back after this.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Restroom Toilet Paper Refiller.
Mr. Restroom Toilet Paper Refiller.
Without your undying commitment, we might find ourselves trapped in a stall, armed only with our newspaper.
Oh, I need you now.
Like a brave soldier, you storm hostile territory, delivering much-needed supplies to your men.
Oh.
Should you leave one roll, or two, or perhaps that giant 10-pound super roll?
Keep rolling.
While others rest, you can't, because somewhere there's a guy with his pants around his ankles, doing the bunny hop in search of a fresh roll. So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, master of the men's room, because if you don't do your business, we can't do ours.
Is there anybody out there?
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
are back, and Fast Eddie was jumping up and down trying to get me to take a break. So, yes, I was so into this I couldn't break away. All right, now we left off with Tiana's Riverboat Party, and now we are headed over to Illuminations Sparkling Dessert Party. Now this I'm going to go quick because this is not going to be there long. So this is definitely a dessert party with the foodies in mind. Now guests can get a sample, an array of amazing desserts from around the world, like the chocolate ganache tarts from France and pistachio cannolis from Italy and the baklava from Morocco. Now these are also nice selections of beverages including sparkling wines and all the other stuff. And this one does have alcohol. The event takes place at a special viewing area located at the entrance of World Showcase and boasts fantastic views of illuminations, reflections of Earth, which, by the way, is going away. Guests should note that this event is standing room only and that check-in is 1 hour before Illuminations Fireworks. The cost to attend this is $49 for an adult and $30 for a child. Again, payment is required at the time of purchase and advance booking is recommended. Now with this, you get alcohol. You get a lot better desserts, a lot better selections of desserts. You get 1 hour before Illuminations. And this is definitely more adult friendly. You know, if it's you and your wife or whoever and you want a night out, you go out for dinner at, you know, any one of the restaurants in World Showcase. You know, you head on over after dinner and you can get your drinks and dessert. Boom, right there. This party is worth it in my eyes. For $50 for an adult, you pay $100. It costs you $100 to get in, but you just paid $100 to have the dessert, some alcoholic, a good view of the fireworks, and they're taking it away. Yes, they're taking this away and they're adding in something else, which I will get to after this. So the ending of this Illumination Sparkling Dessert Party will be ending on July 14th, which sucks. So, with that being said, there is also the new one is the Fairy Tale Wishes, a fireworks cruise. Now, departing nightly from the Ticket and Transportation Center, the TTC, this evening fireworks cruise is perfect for those looking for an extra special evening. Clients on board a ferry and head on Seven Seas Lagoon, where there's an assortment of tasty treats and an offer including the Polynesian deconstructed pineapple upside down cake, a Main Street Mickey balloon tart, and a Florida mango panna cotta. That sounds good. There's also sparkling wines as well as hot and cold drinks on offer. There is alcohol on this one as well. Those attending will receive a takeaway souvenir plate and a glass to commemorate the occasion. The cost of this cruise is $99 per adult and $69 for a child. Theme park admission is not required. These cruises can fill up fast, so advanced booking is recommended. Times may vary, so check them out when you're booking. This one is, I would suggest an Illumination. If you're doing a date night, I would go with the Illuminations, but being that they're taking that away, this is your next best. Because the other two cruises, which are Tiana's and the Peter Pan one there, Pirates and Pals, those are for kids. This is more adult. This is, you get better desserts, you get alcohol, but the price is higher. You know, and they're giving you souvenir plates and a glass. So that's a tough call. The next one we have is the Star Wars A Galactic Spectacular Dessert Party. In my eyes, anything Star Wars, yes, do it. Perfect for the Star Wars lovers in your family. This dessert party is the ideal way to view a galactic spectacular. That is the fireworks show at Hollywood Studios. Guests check in at Star Wars Launch Bay, and the evening starts with an out-of-this-world selection of Star Wars-themed desserts like Darth Vader cupcake, as well as a specialty drink, including alcohol, served in a Chewbacca souvenir stein, which is freaking awesome. So I would definitely do it just for that. Then, just before the fireworks, clients are led to a VIP viewing area right in front of the Chinese theater for a central view of the fireworks. The cost of this event is $69 per adult and $39 per child. A theme park ticket is required, and guests are advised to check in an hour before the fireworks, and an advance booking is highly recommended. So, this one is a little bit more pricier. The cost of the event is $70 and $40 for a child, but you do walk away with some stuff. You do get alcohol, and you get some cupcakes, and they didn't really say what else there was. I'm sure there were others, but you're getting front row fireworks, which are great because they do the projection, and the closer and straight dead-on vision of the Chinese theater, you'll get a better view of the fireworks show. My only thing is, you feel weird just stepping in front of all these people and saying, "Look out, here we are." But that's how they do it. They are led to a VIP viewing area, and they plop you down right in front of everybody. So, I don't know if that's fair to the people who were standing there for 2 hours beforehand and thinking that nobody's going to be in front of them when a whole bunch of people walk in. That kind of sucks. But that's the way it goes. You pay, you play. So I would definitely advise this one. This one's good for older kids. And, any one of these, if you drink alcohol, you're going to get your money's worth with the desserts and the alcohol. So those two things, if you don't drink alcohol, I would definitely not advise doing any of these because you're not going to get your money's worth. $70, how much dessert are you going to eat for $70 to at least break even? You can't. So, in my eyes, this one is worth it, I thought. The Illuminations was totally worth it. The sparkling dessert party. Tiana's, out of all the other ones, I thought were worth it. It's above the the Pirates and Pals Fireworks Voyage. I thought this Tiana's was better. But if you're a little strapped for money and you don't have a ticket for that day, then I would do the fireworks Pirates and Pals Voyage. But as far as the Magic Kingdom ones, I would do the Garden View, but $20 less. You're getting the same thing as everybody else, except you don't get a greater view for the fireworks itself. But you do get a relaxed view with less people. Is it worth it? That's a decision you gotta make. But when you have a family of, 4 at $60, well, 2 adults, that's $120, plus another $35, that's $70. So you're almost talking $200 just for the Plaza viewing. So you're gonna go almost $250 with the Tomorrowland Terrace. So these add up when you have a family of 4 or however many people. Now, when I said going back to the Epcot one, the Illuminations, they're taking that one away and they're adding, they're getting a new fireworks dessert party, and it's surprisingly focused around the Frozen Ever After attraction in Norway. What a surprise. Now, the dessert party portion of this event will take place steps away from the current Fast Pass viewing area for Illuminations. Now, after guests enjoy a spread of delectable desserts, drinks, and nightly fireworks show, they will then be whisked over to Frozen Ever After to enjoy a ride on the attraction with little to no wait after normal park closing time. So, you get a dessert party with desserts. You get alcohol drinks. You get a specific area to watch the fireworks show. And then you get a ride. I believe it's one ride. After the fireworks is ended, you get a ride on the the Frozen ride. So the event will be offered on Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, starting in July and replacing the Illuminations Sparkling Dessert Party, which concludes on July 14th. The price will be $79 for adult and $47 per child. Now, I don't think this one is worth it because you're going to get everything that you already get when you bought a ticket to enter Epcot. You're getting a ride on Frozen Ever After. Whether you made a fast pass or you wait for it, you're still getting a ride. You're gonna get a ride on that ride. Now, Illuminations, anywhere around Showcase, you can get a good spot anywhere on that Showcase for Illuminations. You just have to look for it. You just have to find them. There's so many different viewing areas. I've never really stood in crowds to watch Illuminations. Epcot is so big and spread out that it's very rarely you're going to get a big crowd. Not like Main Street is for, Happily Ever After. Epcot is totally different. So to get a viewing for that, I don't think it's worth it. To get desserts and alcohol, maybe. Depends on how much you drink, I guess. And, for that price, you're paying $80 for an adult and $50 for a kid. So you're looking at, for two adults, that's $160 plus another $100, $260 plus the $400. You're looking at like almost $700 just to be in that park for that day. So I don't think that's worth it. And because of its Frozen Ever After, the kids are gonna want to do it. So I thought it was a terrible thing because it took away that Illuminations more of an adult with some really good desserts and the alcohol, and they took it away. And it was a cheaper price, and they replaced it with this, which is, so what, you get a ride. They threw Frozen into everything. So, let me know what you think on these. Are they worth it? I don't know. In my eyes, some of them are, depending on how much you're willing to spend. The add-ons are what Walt Disney World does to get money. It's just a money grab, plain and simple. Now, whether you do it, that's up to you. Nobody's telling you have to do these things. But if it's something that you're looking at and you really would like to do it, then I would definitely, the Star Wars one, I would just love to do it. Just to get the Chewbacca Stein. But it's out there. Whether you take it, it's up to you. We will be right back with the closing of the show right after this. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening this week. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for following on Twitter and Instagram and checking us out on iTunes. Give us a review over there. We are on YouTube, and where else? We're on Stitcher, right? Stitcher, Google Play, and check us out at goaskmickey.com. Send us an email over at goaskmickey@gmail.com, And until next time, Disney Nation, rock on.
Head on over to goaskmickey.com or check us out on Facebook or leave us a review on iTunes.